Hello, my adoring fans. I am whispering because I am in my pod and other people might be in the room, but I am still recording my video. So, anyway, today Maddie and I got on a tube really early in the morning and we went off towards this shrine. And this shrine had loads of buildings, but I would say it's primarily known for having these big orange gates. So, you know, you can kind of get a teaser of them here, but there's like 1,000 of them. And I don't think they're exaggerating when they say there are 1,000, because just didn't stop. They just didn't stop. I think Maddie said these were foxes, so that was cool. I thought they were dogs, but I was wrong. But at one point the gates split in two. We do have a pretty cool photo of me in one and Maddie in the other. But for now, you'll just have to deal with this video of Maddie walking through. And there's about 1 million videos of gates coming up. So yeah, this place was pretty cool. We woke up really early. We left at like 5:30 and we got there at about 6. And like there were still some other people roaming around. But by the time we left at about 7:15, it was starting to get like, not chock-a-block, but you know, you wouldn't have been able to get an opportunity to see an empty path, you know, except maybe like near the top of the mountain. But yeah, it was pretty packed, and but I would definitely say worth getting up super early. I can't quite remember the name of this temple with all the gates, but I will see if Maddie can look it up and I will let you know via Maddie at some point. But it was really fun walking around here. What you can't really see on some of the videos is that on the other side they had lots of writing. My informant has told me that I think it's the Fushimi Inari Shrine. So there you go. I think it's that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but it is in Kyoto. But yeah, on the other side of the posts, here it is. You can see some writing, which was pretty cool. And one of them was even in Spanish. But yeah, we're nearing the top now. We didn't get time to go all the way to the top. I think Maddie and I think we got the furthest, but we were still dicking around taking videos and photos. But we got a really cool view of Kyoto. And then I think in the distance, behind those mountains, you can see some skyscrapers, which are Osaka. But we came down a different route, and this was a bit of a less like cool route, I guess. But maybe it's the like quick route for the locals who just want to get to the top. We did get the bonus of seeing this car, which is very cool. And then I've recorded this train, but right after it passed, we were allowed to go through the railway crossing. But then, like 5 seconds later, it started closing again. So we all had like a mad dash to get through to the other side, which is quite funny. And then we had some breakfast, as you can see, about eating. And then I was recording the train, because I was originally intending to record the railway crossing to moan about it, but oh well. And we had this red bean paste bun. It was okay. Not sure red bean paste is quite my thing. And then here we are at another shrine. This one was the the Torii gates are what we just were looking at the first time. But this is the Kiyomizu Dera Temple. You see that big heavy thing in the middle? That little walking stick / spear? That might come back later. So, yeah, cool temple, cool shrine, sorry, whatever it was. But let's talk about that spear. So, it's basically, there's this monk back in the day who was like an absolute unit of a dude. And he could lift it up with one hand and use it like a walking stick or a spear, and it was like super casual for him. But it weighs like 90 kilograms, which is 200 pounds. But yeah, this is magic water that if you drink it, you get one of 3 powers or something. But here's some stairs, so I couldn't do it the first time I tried to lift it. But then the whole time walking around, I was like, I can give it another go, So I did it. Here it is. I only moved it by like a couple of inches, but that's all you needed to do, apparently. You're meant to be, like the guy was meant to be able to do it with like one hand and just lift it up, but not me. It's too hard. So I did like that, but I don't think it's very common that anyone lifts it in any way at all. Everyone online. Here's Maddie drinking from the wisdom fountain. I drank from the longevity one. But I don't think online it seems like not many people are able to do it at all. Like maybe happens, pretty rarely. So I got a nice round of applause from the locals and stuff like that, which I thought was quite fun. And you know me, any opportunity to prove that I'm not a total weakling, I will take it. And then yes, we then kind of walked around a street for a bit, and then sent our postcards off. So Mum and Dad, look out for the two on the left. Please keep them for, research purposes, so that I can remember where things are in Japan and what the coins were, etc., etc. And then we saw a pagoda and some koi. These koi were literally like on the street, which was quite fun. I'm not sure if they're koi, but these fish were on the street. We then found another gongcha. You'll see that one again as well. But then it was time for Maddie and I to dress up in kimonos and eventually go to a tea ceremony. So this was very fun. The girl ones are on the left, guy ones on the right. Maddie got her hair done all fancy. I also I didn't get my hair done all fancy, but I looked fancy. Here I am, dashing as always. And then I chose the bag that was like beer themed. And then here's Maddie looking like a hottie. But believe it or not, she actually ended up looking hotter once she'd done her makeup, which she was applying. I know, hard to believe that could be improved, but it was. She had a nice big bun.
You look good from behind it.
It's so tempting to put it the whole time. I had to resist. But yes, I think I look very Japanese, or more likely, I look very like a person trying to chill with some Japanese people. Back in the day, first off the boat, be like, oh, hello, let me sell you copper, or something. But anyway, here's me showing you what a pagoda is. And here's Maddie. We went into a Studio Ghibli shop, which I believe is like an animated studios. And here's my Quidditch training paraphernalia. But she absolutely loves this Totoro guy and someone called Calcifer, so we got her some bags which had those on. She's been going on about them, so I'm glad we got them. Here's me and Maddie at the tea ceremony, and you're going to see some tea ceremony stuff. It's pretty cool. This woman knew her stuff. I had weird socks on. It's a great time. So we had some like matcha tea. But there's a whole process about it. And I have to say, I'm sure, it was quite fun, but it is a bit inefficient. It was good fun. And, I know all this stuff it was like another just good example of Japan having shit that's good for like just chilling your brain out. So that was quite enjoyable to be a part of. It really does time does fly by. This meditation thing we did and this tea ceremony. So the meditation was like 15 minutes. It felt like 3. Tea ceremony was apparently 10. Like the thing felt like 2. So yeah, but anyway, I did my own tea, which was exciting. Here was. It's very tasty. She complimented me on my slurping at the end, so nice. But then Maddie and I went to go get some bubble tea, and eventually we walked off to a Ben's Cookies, where I bought me a Ben's Cookie, which I will eat some of this evening. But otherwise, Maddie and I aren't really planning on doing too much, so I think that might be my dinner. But Maddie also wanted some savoury food, so we went to go get this giant coin, which is full of cheese, which was alright, maybe a bit disappointing, a bit more for looks than for substance, I'd say. And then Maddie got this bowl of noodles, but you have to sit in a booth by yourself, and I didn't really want noodles, so I just sat outside like a dog outside the Tesco on the corner of Fulham Road and Munster Road. So then Maddie very apologetically walked me back. I got greeted by this loo that opens the lid when you walk in, and now I'm lying in bed recording this video, and we're going to chill for a bit. So I hope everyone has a good day, and adios.